Have at me, bro. This is Omega 99 Nemesis on my 9th episode, and today we're going to do something special. A challenge episode featuring the ogres. So what we're going to do is we're going to spar with these ogres and see how many times I can kill these guys without being killed. We're not going to count the 2 from last time, and if you get more than me, then, you know, and, Okay, good news. You can definitely beat my score now. Alright, I'm back. So, now that we've got the challenge, as it is, dealt with, I'm gonna get my equipment back on. You're gonna wonder why I was going in without the shirt and the hood. That was so that I could bring in the short sword, but clearly that didn't pan out. So now what we're gonna go ahead and push forward. We're gonna go ahead and get to the second bonfire of the Forest of Fallen Giants, and I'm gonna leave that giant ogre alone. Frickin' bloated fat brother to the Cyclops. Anyways, obese albino Cyclops. It's not bad. Anyways, so here I'm actually going to get. I cleared this part out at first because I didn't want him interfering with that last attempt at the giant, but this guy's hiding underneath the small fallen tree that serves as the bridge on this lake. The lake is, of course, safe to traverse, though. And there's that guy was there from the last area as well. I'm actually going to get a couple of surprises I wasn't counting on, which did definitely enrich the experience for me. This guy isn't anything new. He's always been here. But yeah, that guy wasn't up there before. He was down there next to the path, playing dead there, and we would walk up and he would effectively flank us when we climbed the ladder up ahead. This item was here before, but I'm actually going to see the first items that were actually added or displaced in other areas, which I was wondering if they ever did that with the item placements, because I noticed they did change enemy placements, so the items, it's good to see they did change that. Up here, there were originally 3 guys and a bowman shooting us, but now it's just a bunch of guys playing dead. I also, oh, yeah, there's a green blossom here now as well. There was also a hide knight sitting against the tree that you could aggro for a piece of equipment and a half-decent sum of souls. I also get a pleasant surprise by one of the enemies. The bow isn't the same either. You'll see what I mean in a moment. But yeah, these guys aren't that tough. They're easy to call. Just watch your stamina and don't overstress your ability. Otherwise you will get... Oh, yeah, see right there. Yeah, they replaced the bowman with a soldier who throws fire bombs. And unlike the soldier, this guy can somewhat defend himself in close quarters. The soldiers aren't tough, per se. Oh, and there's an enemy here, too, playing dead as well. But the soldiers are not the most powerful opponent, but in numbers, they will definitely overwhelm you. They usually two-hand great swords or halberds. Some of them use as stocks to deadly effect as well and can parry you. I recommend you're careful fighting these guys, because otherwise they will crush you. So I'm now going to go up this ladder here and get myself a secondary short sword. Yes, there's a short sword up this path, but first I get a little visit from this guy. I actually get into a ladder fight, and you can see that went, yeah, that went well, right? You have to use an Estus just to make up for that. But now he's dealt with it, we get a good demonstration of traditional Dark Souls physics. Aside from the one where you just roll people around like a roly-poly. And then 2 guys are going to be up here as I recall. Unless not. I don't know. Alright, so let's... yeah, lost a clip there. Don't worry, there was nothing actually you missed. It's just me going up that ramp to get that item. Now I'm going to go and hit this fire bomber and knock him off the edge. I'm not going to kill him, but he's going to now be in a manageable position now that he's on the ground level. I'm going to pick up a short sword and a soul item here, and then I'm going to take a small drop here, and then another, which allows me to get back to the ground level without getting injured. Now I'm going to start working, because I figure pretty much anything flying on the ground that doesn't have a soul burning on it is probably alive. So I'm dropping them, picking up items, picking up a broken straight sword, and killing these hollowed infantry. This is actually something very interesting, because in the original version of the game, there was a bowman up top as opposed to a bomber, and instead of a bunch of infantry playing dead, there was like 3 wandering about and 1 playing dead. with the Hide Knight serving as a challenge, which I did like the Hide Knight. I wish they kept that. It would have been very easy to keep them, but having a bunch of these hollowed infantry is also pretty cool as well. As I remember, as an inexperienced player, the trio of hollowed infantry were prone to ganking me, but I was also inexperienced and quickly learned to fight in a guerrilla tactic, luring one as far away from the other two so that I could put him down quickly, and then I would only have to worry about two. And if I can get them all in front of me, I could just wail on them all. Alright though, now that this is the case, what I recommend doing is cautiously provoking one or two at a time and then taking them down. You don't want to wake the entire hornet's nest or else you will regret it. Alright, so apparently I'm going down this ladder. Not sure why I'm going down here actually. Oh yeah, I decided to light the torch. Did I even light the torch? I don't even remember if I actually did. I remember now I went down here thinking, oh, I'm gonna go light that torch, because, you know, I'm never coming back there. After arguing with myself, oh, I'll probably come back for some... Wait, there's no Hide Knight. Why would I come back? So yeah, I'm gonna run over there and light the torch, assuming I remember to. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. Knowing me, I'd probably walk up to the torch, and rather than lighting it, I just put it away thinking, I can do that later. Anyways, the Forest of Fallen Giants has an interesting name, and it has what I believe to be an interesting reason for its name. And likewise, you notice how all these guys, okay, so I did light the torch, how all these guys have like a military uniform of some sort, like a medieval soldier's outfits. Well, that's because this place used to be a fortress as an outpost during a very brutal war. That's all I'm going to say on it for now, especially as there's trouble afoot. That guy's what he was before, and now my scimitar is damaged. So, well, not damaged, but not broken. So I have to be cautious about using it. So now I'm using my dagger to recklessly sweep away because I have to get in close with the dagger. But I can still do pretty good damage due to my dexterity. This is another surprise. I did this hoping to get something, and then this guy pops out of some boxes and attacks me. It's like Vegas. Anyways. Alright, so up here we're going to get another little surprise, so bear with me. In the original version, at the end of this hallway was just one guy with a sword, and it was relatively empty. Now there are boxes here, and as you can see, this guy is now hiding behind this corner where you can't see him, and there was a guy hiding in the boxes here as well, just like the one guy in the room to my right. This is actually pretty cool. Like, the game's really going into the ambush tactics that players ourselves would employ in PvP, as well as when we needed to deal with enemies that were stronger than us. Now, there's life gems here, and there's some more items being left about. There are some items I picked up as well back there, as I recall, like a green blossom. I'll have to go into the lore there as well, though those are some quick off-note ones. So now I'm going to I tried to kill that one guy with my dagger, but that didn't work. That was because there was a fire bomber right there. This is the same, but there is one difference. You just saw an arrow fly by me, and that's because they changed the enemy placement so that, yes, there's now an archer able to shoot at me while I'm in this area. Originally, this was an enclosed space I could just get in close and fight these people. Now it's a little more risky to fight these guys, because now there's an archer shooting at me from a distance. As you can see, he still gets a couple hits in. Compare that with the fire bomber, and it could be a real pickle if your weapons are low on durability like mine are. Alright, so now I'm going to pick up the buckler, which remained where it was, but the guy guarding it is apparently moved to that bridge. That bridge we'll be going to probably in the next video, or not, maybe not, maybe in a video shortly, but either way. You're going to see, now this is also another thing. Around the corner there was an enemy here that you had to deal with, and he apparently is now a more aggressive variant, where normally he played dead and waited for you to get an item. He's now waiting for you to open a door. And it was a pretty good tactic. He actually got a good hit in before I backstabbed him. But now he's dead. Good riddance. And here's the merchant head Melentia. I'm going to have to work on her. But, you know, I missed her dialogue, so I'm going to use Midas to cover her dialogue, because I got careless and skipped a line of her dialogue. Even if it was a small one, I'd rather cover it. So anyways, she sells you certain items and such. You're going to want this key and return to Majula with it, as it is very vital for something you're going to want to be able to do there. I'll be getting into that with Lux, though, to be fair. I'm going to rest at the bonfire first, though, as my character's weapons are already at the bottom of their ability. Now you're going to see me come back here and deal with this guy a second time, the reason being that item there, which is where it was before. This is a witching urn, which is like a magic grenade-like weapon. Now, we're going to go up this staircase and go and find the small sign, what's it called? The small white sign soapstone, which is used for cooperative multiplayer. However, I found a crystal lizard here that I went out of my way to kill, as these things, when you kill them, they drop titanite shards, which are vital for upgrading equipment like I told you about. I don't know what this one drops. I'll try and cover that in the next video. A hollow soldier helmet is something I'm going to want, though. Sort of a personal pet peeve of mine. I like to play with a full helmet. You know, hide the face and, forth. I'm the kind of guy who likes to play in a sort of like a Spartan armor sort of thing, where it covers everything. I like something about that armor I just love. Also notice the lighting's been adjusted here. It's extremely dark, almost painfully. I can't see worth crap. It's really rough if you're trying to see what you're going. Like, I almost missed the guy here. He was originally on the inside of the door as opposed to the outside. But they moved him here and had him play dead like he did before, though. Now here's where you get the soapstone, I believe. Yep, small white sign soapstone. And then there's a divine blessing on this ledge here, but careful, if your health is low, or if you're just not high in vigor, it'll actually kill you to make that drop. Alright, we're heading back to Majula now. Okay, this concludes the 9th episode. This is Omega 99 Nemesis for getting to do the basic bow and restoring my humanity. Bye.